Good evening, basketball fans and fans of Banks Braves Athletics. Good evening. I'm Trevor Beard, voice of the Braves. And tonight, the Banks Braves, despite a record of just 4 wins and 8 losses, host the Yamhill-Carlton Yamhill-Carlton Tigers, who sit atop the Coastal Range League undefeated at 2-0. Both these teams 2-0, but Yamhill-Carlton with a 9-4 record overall, again 2-0 in Coastal Range League play. The final season of the Coastal Range League for Banks High School Athletics, as they will be returning to the Co-op League and 4A Athletics, beginning with football and 4A District 1 next season, as they're making the return to the 4A classification for Oregon High School Athletics next season. Taking a look at the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers and their schedule, they opened with a 59-57 home victory against Willamina, and I believe that was at least a single overtime, maybe even double or triple overtime contest for the Tigers in the victory. Then they went to Salem Academy and suffered a 20-point loss, 71-51, their first of 3 in a row. A 73-48 loss, again falling big at Dayton, and a 50-45 loss at home to Catlin Gable. And no shame in that. Lewis and Clark League, the league representing 3A private schools in the Portland area, last season had 3 or 4 teams advance all the way to the 18 quarterfinals in Coos Bay and North Bend last March. Banks and Pleasant Hill, I believe the only 2 public schools to advance to the quarterfinals last season. Banks looking to return to Marshfield and North Bend in about a month and a half or so, but a long ways to go, especially after a rough 2-8 start. But anything is possible in the Coastal Range League for boys basketball, the weakest in the state for the 3A level, with no teams ranked in the top 10 in the official OSAA rankings, which determine playoff seedings at the end of the season. Other contests for Yamhill-Carlton: a 57-54 win at home over Amity, 64-50 victory over Horizon Christian of Tualatin, and then a 55-52 victory at Springfield. That is likely a contest against Springfield JV. I could not see them competing with a 5A or 6A team at, I believe, Springfield 5A, and keeping the score that close. A 64-60 victory over 4A Baker, 63-52 over 2A Santiam of Mill City, and then they opened league play at Neocani with a 55-49 victory in Rockaway last Wednesday, and a 63-43 victory over Riverdale at home on Friday. For the Banks Braves, as we pull up the boys' schedule, a 58-47 victory over Seaside to start the season, and then 7 straight losses, and many of those winnable games. A 4-point loss to Astoria at home in a game where they missed a lot of free throws late and had some turnovers that could have had them in an opportunity to win the game late. 65-57 loss at St. Helens. 87-65 blowout loss at Valley Catholic. Again, another close game, very winnable against 4A number 1 Scappoose, 49-45. A 6-point loss to 2A Portland Christian, 67-61 at Warner Pacific, and then lost 2 out of 3 at a tournament in Phoenix over the Christmas break. 53-46 loss to Rancho Solano. 73-50 loss to North Valley Christian, and a 69-54 victory over Westwood, again all in Arizona. And that was before they came home for their first home game after Christmas break, an 85-53 blowout loss to top-ranked Westside Christian and the defending state champs. Banks will have their final non-league contest, a makeup date against Tillamook, coming up on Monday night. And then Rainier and Corbett to open league play, both victories for the Braves. A 61-37 win on Wednesday and a 64-50 victory at Corbett on Friday. There's a look at the rosters for both teams. We will not be handling public address tonight, as someone else has been asked to handle those duties this evening. You see the rosters on your screen for both teams. We'll go over both of them in 2 minutes on the other side. Home league opener for the Coastal Range League for Banks basketball. Boys at 6, followed by girls immediately at the conclusion. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media.
Here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back about 4.5 minutes to tip between the Banks Braves and the visiting Yamhill-Carlton Tigers. Next year, these two teams will not be in the same league, as Banks will return to 4A. Yamhill-Carlton will stay at 3A. Taking a look at the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Yamhill-Carlton Tigers. Number 0, Chase Treader, a junior guard. Number 1, Everett Malice, a sophomore forward. Number 3, Jacob Portesi, a sophomore guard. Number 5, Cam Jackson, a senior forward. Number 11, Dylan Thielke, a sophomore guard. Number 12, Chase Wald, a sophomore guard. Number 21, Brett Summers, a sophomore forward. Number 23, Deegan Tuning, a familiar name to Yamhill-Carlton fans, a senior forward. Number 30, Talmadge Call, a freshman guard. And number 32, Michael Hoadley, a sophomore forward. Only 2 seniors for this Tigers varsity lineup, yet a record of 9-4 and 2-0 in Coastal Range League play. For the Braves, 4-8 overall, 2-0 in Coastal Range League play. Number 1, Jalen Janisek, a 5'7" freshman guard. He will be the starting point guard. Number 2, Ryder Powell, a 6'3" freshman post forward. He will also get the start. Number 3, CJ Geary, a 5'7" junior, will come off the bench, as will number 5, Brady Johnson, 6' senior. Number 10, Mason King, 6'2" freshman, the third underclassman to start tonight. Also a forward, number 12, Jared Martin, a 5'10" senior. Likely will be the other starting guard, number 14, Chase Tabb, 6'3" senior. Number 21, McKay Grossnickel, a 6' junior. Number 22, Fisher King, a 6'4" junior. And one of the Braves' leading scorers will be the third post forward to start, and the 5th starter based in order of numerical order. Number 23, Jake Lamb, a 5'11" junior. Number 24, Nate Lyda, a 6'1" junior. And number 33, Kaplan Lipscomb, a 6'4" junior. The Braves are coached by Patrick Marlia, assisted by Sam Schifferdecker, Jonathan Pearson, and Randy Rice. Yamhill-Carlton is coached by Marty McLaughlin. He's been with the Tigers for quite some time. Assisted by Mark McKinney and Bobby Tuning. Patrick Marlia, we should mention as well, has also been with the Braves, I believe, his 2nd or 3rd season after being with the Braves for quite some time prior. And then Mark Roach, who is now the head coach at Forest Grove, led the Braves in between those 2 periods for Patrick Marlia. Yamhill-Carlton wearing their orange road uniforms, white lettering with black trim, white numerals with black trim on the back, orange shorts with black trim on the sides. Banks will be in their home white uniforms, navy blue numerals with Vegas gold trim, navy blue wide stripe trim on the sides of the jerseys. Starting tonight for the Tigers, number 0, junior guard Chase Treader. Number 3, Jacob Portesi, sophomore guard. Number 5, Cam Jackson, senior forward. Number 12, Chase Wald, sophomore guard. And the 5th starter for the Tigers, number 23, senior forward Deegan Tuning.
And now, fans, you know what time it is. It's time to get up on your feet and out of your seat and get ready to meet the starters for your Braves.
5'7" freshman Jalen Janisek.
He's a freshman.
Number 2, 6'3" freshman Ryder Powell.
Coming off a 20-piece, he's a freshman, 6'2", number 10.
Number 10, freshman 6'2" Mason King.
A 5'10" senior, number 12, Jared Martin.
Number 12, Jared Martin, 5'10" senior.
6'4", number 22.
And number 22, Fisher King, 6'4" junior forward. Congratulations to Cole Wilson, who announced earlier today on Facebook that he will be continuing his football career at Portland State University. One moment for tonight's national anthem. And we're set for the tip between the Banks Braves and the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers. It will be Fisher King going up against Cam Jackson in the center circle. Navy blue circles at midcourt with the Vegas Gold Arrowhead logo with white trim at center court. Banks in transparent lettering on both end lines. Banks High School gym runs east and west. Banks will be moving right to left. Yamhill-Carlton left to right to start the contest. And the tip is controlled by the Tigers moving left to right. Navy blue end line and baseline all one piece. Treader. The ball way out, now just inside the three-point arc right side. On top to Cam Jackson. Way out far side. Left corner, cutting from way out near midcourt. Chase Wald, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Left to the basket underneath. 12 on the shot clock. The inbound to Deegan Tuning. Has it knocked away. Ball loose and taken away by Fisher King. Pass inside, nearly thrown away, but saved by Martin. Mason King drives inside, right of the basket all the way around the rim and down for Mason King. First two for the Braves, and they're on top early. Tigers with the basketball. 2-0 Braves lead. Treader trying to go back door, and nothing there. Now finds a cutter baseline for the driving layup from the right side to Cam Jackson. We're tied at 2. Braves after the made basket. Janasek running the offense out near midcourt. Right wing to Mason King. Left wing to Martin. Fisher high post, drives inside right of the basket. No, left it short off the front of the rim. And we're going to have a loose ball foul on Fisher King. And again, missed layups have been an issue for the Braves. And many of their losses, especially in those close games, somehow the scoreboard got momentarily unplugged, and now we are set to resume play after the officials' timeout to get the scoreboard back in working order. Tigers with the basketball in the front court. Directly below us to our right. West end of the court for three is good from Portesi, and Yamhill-Carlton with a 5-2 lead. They've scored 5 in a row to take the lead 2 minutes in. Martin, NBA 3, right side top of the circle, won't take it. Mason picks up the dribble, gives it to his brother Fisher, back to Mason on top. Left wing to Powell. High post off the dribble, back rim and off, no. Rebound to the Tigers. Treader, right corner to Portesi, won't take the corner three this time and gets it back to Treader, way out halfway between the top of the circle and the mid-court stripe. Jumper nearly got it to go, fell to the floor from the high post, left side, backboard rim and out, no. Fisher King back the other way for the driving layup, and the Braves are back within one with his first two, trailing 5-4, 5:14 remains in the first quarter. Cam Jackson, Treader. Left corner to Portesi, won't take the shot, now thrown away into the backcourt, and that's going to be a turnover for the Tigers, and the Braves will get the ball back and a chance to regain the lead, trailing 5-4, 3 minutes in. Inbound from Powell. Fisher King, Janasek will run the offense. Feeds Mason King at the high post, a 1-4 set for the Braves. On top to Powell for three, left it short. Rebound though comes right to Martin left side. Drives, backs off the defender, back out on top to Powell. Janasek won't take the right side NBA 3. Back out to Martin out near midcourt. Mason King, runner, a little too hard, left to their just inside the key from the right side, and rebound to the Tigers. Tuning. Nice backdoor pass. Throws up a wild shot. Portesi wanted the and one, not going to get it. Does get the bank shot though, driving right side. And back to three is the lead for the Tigers at 7-4. Braves with the basketball. Mason Fisher high post right side. Forces a pass. Loose, controlled by the Braves after Janasek knocks it back out. Martin. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Fisher King. Had foul trouble issues in the last contest we did, or last home contest as well against Westside Christian, where he fouled out early in the third quarter. And now Nate Lyda will have to come in for him with 2 fouls, and he comes away with the steal off the press. Powell backs it out to Janasek. Lyda, right corner, won't take the three. The right of the key to Martin, drives inside, backs off the defender. Mason King, bank shot, right low block is good. His second field goal. Braves again are within one at 7. 6 stolen by Martin, but can't stay in bounds as he better as a football player, especially in the secondary and receiver, and shows his interception skills there in front of the student crowd, but nobody back to save it. But Powell comes away with the steal this time. Back driving layup is good. And now Braves back with an 8-7 lead. Offense is picked up here the last couple of minutes. Janicek the steal to Martin. Against the defender. Can't get it to go. Rebound loose. Controlled by Mason King. We're going to have a loose ball foul against the Tigers. First team foul against Yamhill-Carlton just under 3 minutes first quarter. And an 8-7 Braves lead. Foul to inbound left side underneath. Way out on top. Martin. Takes the defender off the dribble, gives it to Powell. The jumper right high post is good. His second field goal, and the Braves have a 3-point lead. Their largest of the game at 10-7. Student section comes alive, all decked out in pink. Not sure if this is a breast cancer awareness basketball contest, but by the looks of things and a couple of players wearing pink shoes, that might be the case. Backdoor pass. Oh, rejected out of bounds by Martin. Coming over the top on the shot from Portesi. Just outside the right low block, and that's going to get the fans off their feet. 7 on the shot clock for the Tigers. They've got to hurry to get a shot off. I don't think they realize the shot clock. And nasty. Oh, nearly got it to go as the horn sounded. From Chase Wald. Martin inside to Mason King. Rejected out of bounds, but a foul called. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2 with 2:02 remaining in the opening quarter and a 10-7 lead for the Braves. Mason King and Ryder Powell each with 4 to the Braves. First free throw, too hard, no good. Our only broadcast this week, Banks will be on the road at Neocani on, I believe, Thursday. Mason does make the second. He has 5, and it's 11-7 Braves, and we have a temporary stoppage of play after the made free throw for a substitution. There is a stretch, though, where the Braves have 5 home games in a row. Hopefully they'll be able to make hay during that stretch and pick up a few wins. Treader, right side top of the circle, spins, got away with the travel, shot blocked by Powell. Tried to force a pass late, but he's going to be fouled as he crosses mid-court. Banks on a 9-2 run after trailing 5-2 early. 11-7 now. A 4-point lead for the Braves. Powell to inbound quarter court. Far side to Lida. Martin now will run the offense with Janicek out. Geary in for him. And backs the defender off. He goes sliding across the floor. Jumper from the high post. Right side, no good. Powell has it knocked away, and we're going to have a loose ball foul on Ryder Powell. We're going to go the other way. Into the game for the Tigers, number 30, Talmadge Call, freshman guard, replacing number 0, Chase Treader. Inbound from Tuning against the Braves press. Against Powell, lost it up behind his back, and it's picked by Powell, able to control the loose ball after it rolls around. Lida to a driving Martin, hangs, drives, no, left it short side of the rim. We're going to have an offensive foul, I believe on Mason King. Inbound to Chase Wald. Drives up the far side against Geary. Double, triple team left baseline underneath. Taken away by the Braves. Powell quickly into the front court up the near side. Goes behind the back. Lida. Maria calls out the play from the sideline. Geary, right wing. Martin, right side way out near midcourt. Reads Mason King at the high post, goes underneath the double team and has his shot blocked back the other way. And a hard foul on Martin, and Dylan Thielke will go to the line to, no. We're going to have I think a travel against Yamhill-Carlton, and the Braves will get the ball back. Final 30 seconds. Braves will hold for the final shot. Shot clock is turned off to end the first quarter. Powell, left wing to Lyda. Cross-court pass to Powell. Lyda cuts through. Powell will back it out near midcourt. Gets the screen from Mason King. Pulls up top of the circle. Cans it. A little early, about 10 seconds still left. Powell with 7, half of the Braves total, a 14-7 lead now. And nearly got that to go from about 30 feet or so from Talmadge call, back rim, no good, but Banks up 7 at the end of the first quarter, looking for their 3rd straight win to open league play. After 1, it's Banks 14, Yamhill-Carlton 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street Pizza.
And we're back, start of the second quarter. Banks a 14-7 lead over Yamhill-Carlton. Mason King, high post. Powell for 3. Canned another one, his second of the game. He's already got 10. It's a 17-7 Braves lead. And another turnover for the Tigers the other way as they come down on offense. Turnover in the front court. Martin will walk it up. Right hand dribble. Right wing to Lyda. Left hand to Geary, and we're going to get a travel on CJ Geary. Turnover gives the ball back to Yamhill-Carlton. Scoreboard of briefly showed 16 for the Braves, and now it is switched back to 17 and losing the handle. Talmadge call momentarily, but Deegan Tuning is right there. And pass taken away by Powell. Drives the other way, leaves it, lays it over the front of the rim, and down 12 for Ryder Powell. I think this is what Banks fans have been expecting all season. Banks continues their run now after trailing 5-2 to 17-2 Braves run. 19-7 a minute into the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
For more than 45 years, Housemaster has been offering residential and commercial inspection services with more than 200 locations across the U.S. and Canada. We've helped more than 3.5 million buyers and sellers make important real estate decisions. Housemaster of Southwest Portland helps local residents make the right choice when purchasing a residential or commercial property. Call Housemaster of Southwest Portland, 971-245-2500, or visit their website, housemaster.com/southwest-Portland.
Now with more Banks Braves athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back 19-7, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Banks a 12-point lead over Yamhill-Carlton. Talmadge call for 3. High bounce off the back rim, no. Lyda comes flying in for the rebound for the Braves. One and done for the Tigers. Mason King drives left side. Underneath, Shaw driving left to right in front of the rim, and he scores. It's the Mason King and Ryder Powell show. All but 2 of the 21 for the Braves have come from Ryder Powell or Mason King. Backdoor layup is good that time for Talmadge Call, and that will end the run for the Braves. 21-9, Banks still with a double-digit lead. And we're going to have a turnover. Lyda lost it on the sideline in front of the Tigers bench. And now we're going to have a timeout, Banks. 6:14 to go in the first half. A lot of early timeouts taken by both squads. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Got to get you a lot of spots. Take care of our sponsors. We'll be back after this from Transaction Transmission. Transaction Transmission in the heart of Banks specializes in transmission repair, but they service all types of vehicle repairs and makes and models. 5-star reviews and quality workmanship you can trust. Owner Joey Tardio doesn't just repair vehicles, he eats, sleeps, and breathes all things auto-related as an auto racer March through October. Trust your vehicle to Transaction Transmission at the end of Sunset Avenue in the heart of Banks. Call 503-359-9141. Tigers basketball following the Braves timeout. Driving free throw line, head fake jumper is an air ball from Chase Treader. Rebound to the Tigers though. Left baseline underneath, double, triple team goes underneath. No, the shot from Chase Wald no good, and we're going to have, I think, go out of bounds off of the Braves. 5:49 first half. Coming in for Banks, number 33, Kaplan Lipscomb. Will replace Mason King, who checks out with 7 so far in the first half. Treader. Backdoor pass. We're going to have a loose ball foul. Nate Lyda almost got caught, almost got away with the reach inside. But Michael Hoadley is going to be at the line to shoot 2 after being tangled up with Nate Lyda. First free throw is good for Michael Hoadley. Second free throw too hard. Rebound is to the Braves. Geary quickly front court left wing. Foul on top right side to Nate Lyda. Takes on top, drives right baseline. We'll take the shot. Geary, right wing. On top to Janasek back in the game. Back out to Geary for 3. Left it short. Rebound though to Lipscomb. On top to Powell. Braves will reset. Right to left dribble. Picks it up. Geary drives. Lyda left baseline, and he stepped on the baseline. We're going to get a blocking foul on Michael Hoadley before that. King will check back in with 2 fouls. Geary will come out. Martin replaces Nate Lyda, and now 4 of the 5 starters are back in for Banks. The only exception, Kaplan Lipscomb. Mason King is still out. Pass inside to Fisher King. Back to Powell off the inbound. Back to Fisher. Powell trying to head fake with his head, and Tigers don't fall for it. Driving inside. Lipscomb knocks it away out of bounds. May have gotten away with an over-the-back call. Or no call, I should say, as Hoadley tried to receive the pass underneath. Chase Wald will inbound, left side underneath. And on top to Hoadley. Treader. Way out near side in front of the scores table. Against Fisher, on top to Hoadley. Lost the dribble, started to drive left side. Treader holds 4, 3, NBA 3. And again, must have been watching film on Fisher King, falling to the floor every time they throw up a shot. But again, it's taken away by the Tigers. Pull up 3 for Talmadge Call. 4 for Chase Wald is good. And Tigers back within 8 at 21-13. 4 minutes first half. Fisher King for 3. Too hard, no. And the rebound to Trutter. For the Deegan Tuning. Chase Wall left baseline, knocked out of bounds by Janicek. Mason King will check back in for the Braves, replacing Kaplan Lipscomb. 3:50 to go in the first half, 21-13 Banks. Tuning will inbound midcourt to Treader, goes in the backcourt to receive the pass. Being hounded by Martin, loses the basketball, and it knocked to the floor. Yamhill-Carlton bench wanting a foul called. Instead, they will call a 30-second timeout to keep the possession as Martin was picking up the pressure in the backcourt, a one-man press. 3:44 to go in the first half. We'll keep it here. Banks a 21-13 lead. Improved to 3-0 and 5-8 overall. Tigers will inbound quarter court, the three-quarter court, I should say. Far side, the inbound from Hoadley to Chase Wald. Far side, and we're going to get a hand check on Janicek. .338 first half, still 21-13 Braves. Shredder will inbound. Next student section on the home side of the court across the way. Hoadley, nice backdoor pass. Overlaid it though from Treader, and the rebound to the Braves. Mason King ahead to Martin, drives right side, all the way around, leaves it for Mason King. Powell back out on top to Martin. Mason King right wing extended. Mason feeds Fisher left side underneath. We're going to get a foul on the floor. Totally going up against the much bigger Fisher King. Bench says, what can I do? I'm much smaller. And just as they inbound, horn and the inbound. The horn for the substitution and the inbound happened simultaneously. They're going to redo the inbound from Ryder Powell. Top on the inbound to Fisher King, left corner. Janicek to Martin. Mason King, right low block. Turnaround jumper, bank around and out. No. The rebound to the Tigers. Banks outscoring YC 7-4. Or 7-6 in the second quarter. We're going to get a loose ball foul, I think again on Janicek, his second. Unless it's underneath away from the ball. And it is. Foul will be on number 12, Jared Martin, his first third team foul. Haven't seen many free throws tonight. Neither team has been in the bonus yet. Only 3 fouls for Banks in the second quarter, stealed by the Braves. Martin trying to direct traffic. Mason King, right side baseline. Powell spins, drives, underneath, gets it to go. Driving in amongst the crowd, right of the basket. 14 for him, a 23-13 Braves lead, back to 10. And a horrible looking shot from Jacob Portesi that doesn't even come close to the rim on a right wing three, but it's stolen back the other way by Yamhill-Carlton off the transition, and we're going to get a loose ball foul on the Braves as Chase Wall drives to the basket and tries to go back up with his own putback, and will go to the line to shoot second personal on Ryder Powell. First free throw for Chase Wall is no good. Next on the second, Chase Wald with 4. 23-14 Braves. Coming up on the 2-minute mark for the first half. Powell, hot hand, leaves it for Mason King. Gets it to go off, got just enough of the rim underneath the right side layup to make it 25-14. He has 9. Backdoor underneath. Tried to go up in amongst the crowd, left it well short, or may have gotten a block. Braves fans wanting an offensive foul on the rebound, not going to get it. Tooney. 3 is good from Cam Jackson, his second field goal. He has 5. It's 25-17, under 90 seconds for the half. Back the other way, Powell. Mason King, right corner 3, left it short, no rebound to the Tigers. Mason Fisher King, a little bump on the rebound, got to be careful, but no foul called. And pass blocked out of bounds by Mason King after Cam Jackson tried to enter it from the right wing. Chase Wald will inbound for the Tigers. Treader, backdoor to Wall, ball loose. Taken away by Martin for the Braves. Into the front court, right corner to Powell for 3. Connects, his third of the night. 17 in the first half for Ryder Powell, 28-16. Ryder Powell's coming out party tonight. On pace for 30 plus. If this keeps up, already 17 with still 29 seconds to go in the first half. A 28-16 lead for the Braves. Coming out for the Tigers, number 12, Chase Wald. Fielke will inbound. Nearly stolen by Mason King, but overplayed. Ball loose. Taken away by Jared Martin. 20 seconds for the half. Braves will hold for the final shot. Janasek backs it out near the midcourt circle. 10. Now they set up a play, a screen for Mason King to Martin. Free throw line. Martin goes underneath. Back rim, no. Mason King. Oh! They just tried to kind of throw it up and corral the ball at the same time and nearly got it to go down as it just has a little too much on it off the back rim. But at the half, Banks looking pretty good after their last home contest. A 32-point loss. Pretty good shape at the half. A 12-point lead, 28-16. We'll take a 2-minute break and get you a breakdown of first half scoring individually for both teams and a look at other games around the state tonight in 3A and Coastal Range League action. At the half, it's Banks 28, Yamhill-Carlton 16. This is OSAA 3A Coastal Range League boys basketball on Westside Mobile Media and Westside's Greatest Hits.com.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we're back at the half. Banks a 28-17 lead over Yamhill-Carlton, Osaa 3A Coastal Range League boys basketball. It's been the Ryder Powell and Mason King show for the Braves. The scoring 26 of the 28 points for Banks. Ryder Powell 17, Mason King with 9, the only other player to score. Fisher King with 2 before he had to sit much of the first half due to foul trouble once again. For the Tigers, 2 players with 5, Jacob Portesi and Cam Jackson. 4 for Chase Wald, 2 for Talmadge Call, and a free throw for Michael Hoadley. Banks outscored Yamhill-Carlton 14-7 in the first, almost duplicated that in the second quarter. But at the half, it's 4 touchdowns for the Braves and 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions for the Tigers in a football score at halftime, 28-16. Favor of the Braves at halftime. We'll get you a look at other games around 3A boys basketball tonight on the other side of the break. We'll take another 2-minute timeout and return in just a moment. Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, anytime is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill-Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483.
Are you looking for a job with flexible hours, a way to support your community, or a first step toward a career in education? ESS has exciting substitute teacher and paraprofessional openings at schools throughout Eastern Yamhill, Columbia, and Washington counties. You'll enjoy creating your own schedule with weekly pay, ongoing training, and benefits. Begin your rewarding career in education by applying today at ess.com.
O'Leary Air is proudly offering Dakin Comfort Pro HVAC products. They've been serving the West Side and Greater Portland Metro since 2015. They pride themselves in getting the job done right, backed by a legacy of integrity, respect, and honesty. O'Leary Air offers competitive pricing on all their work. Give them a call today at 503-989-5251. That's 503-989-5251. Online at o'learyair.com. CCB number 239855.
I'm Carrie the Termite. My bug friends and I are scared for our lives because bugging out pest solutions can kill us in our tracks. Locally owned and operated with more than a decade of experience, they also offer wildlife and rodent control as well. If you want to help to send me to that great big delicious 2x4 in the sky, contact Bugging Out Pest Solutions 971-500-4111, email services at buggingoutpest.com, or visit buggingoutpest.com.
And we're back taking a look at OSA 3A boys basketball action. Other games around our area tonight. Lewis and Clark League. Portland Adventist is at De La Salle North of Northeast Portland Hollywood District. Valley Catholic is at Oregon Episcopal. Riverside of West Lynn Wilsonville travels to Callan Gable. And Horizon Christian of Tualatin is at top-ranked Westside Christian. Other games in the Coastal Range League tonight. 2 other contests, a 7-team league. Rainier is the odd man out tonight. Neocani is at Riverdale in southwest Portland, just over the hill over Beaverton Hillsdale. Corbett is at Warrenton, and our game tonight, Yamhill-Carlton at Banks. Banks will be at Neocani on Thursday night. Other games around 3A Mountain Valley Conference. Pleasant Hill is at Elmira. Cresswell heads over the mountain to Lapine, and Harrisburg is at Sisters. Eastern Oregon League, Nissa at Burns. McLaughlin of Milton Freewater at Riverside of Boardman. Southern Oregon Conference, Cascade Christian of Medford at North Valley of Grants Pass. Lakeview Paisley at St. Mary's of Medford, and Brookings Harbor at Rogue River. 1 non-league contest, 2A Stanfield is at Umatilla. Our first of 2 games tonight, 1 broadcast. We will have a short intermission between contests, but we will keep the stream open. Much easier than to do it that way than to create 2 separate streams with not a lot of time between games. Banks looking to improve to 5-8, and boys action with a victory tonight, and they're halfway there with a 28-16 lead. As we get ready to start the third quarter, a little over a minute left before we start the second half. Braves should have the ball first, I believe, to start the second half. We have not had any held balls. Have not had a whole lot of free throws tonight either. It's been a pretty clean game. Only 3 fouls for Banks in the second quarter, I believe 2 for Yamhill-Carlton. Neither team in the bonus, at least in the second quarter. Start of the third quarter, Banks a 28-16 lead. Actually, it will be Tigers basketball because Braves got the ball first to start the second quarter. Tigers now moving right to left. Pass knocked away, but right to Deegan Tuning, the initial ball handler who tried to make the pass. Gets it back from Treader on top. Goes off the foot, stolen by Martin. Saves into the front court, drives, spins, and we're going to have an offensive foul, Jared Martin. Seemed to be too much of a disagreement with or from Patrick Marlia on the call. Tuning will inbound to Treader in the backcourt. Against Powell, picks him up out near midcourt to Cam Jackson. Right baseline underneath Cortesi. Coming to get it right wing is Cam Jackson, way out to Treader again near the center court stripe. Jackson, pass stolen inside by Fisher King, threw it behind Mason King, his brother, a little too hot, threw his hands out of bounds, a turnover, back to the Tigers. Banks has had a chance to push this lead to 20 in the first couple minutes of the third quarter. Sloppy play by both sides. Tigers through the first minute or so of the third quarter has had a chance to get it back under single digits. Neither team has scored 90 seconds into the second half. Cortesi spins, knocked away, stolen by Powell. Bounce pass to King, back to Powell, back to King. lays it up and in. Almost looked like it was going to be a little too hard. Just the second field goal for Fisher, and it's 30-17 Braves. Student section comes alive a little bit. Right wing to Jacob Portesi. Over the top, knocked away by Mason King. Could have got called for an over the back, I think, but they're just going to say out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Tigers. 15 on the shot clock, 6:04 third quarter, and a 14-point lead, 30-16 for the Braves. The inbound nearly thrown away along the far sideline, but Tuning able to save. Back out to Chase Wald, near side, way out on top, and loses it off his foot, out of bounds. And Wald and Tuning having a little bit of an issue with each other on that play, and Braves with the ball back after the Tigers' turnover. Martin. Free throw line, foul, head fakes. Has it taken away by Shredder. And we're going to get a reach on Ryder Powell. I believe that's his third, and he's got to be careful. Still have not reached the midway point of the third quarter, and already the Braves' talented freshman picking up his third and has 17 in the contest, has not scored yet in the second half. Braves fans, I think, wanting a 5-second count, or student section. Cortesi to Jackson. Jackson gets it back from Deegan Tuning, and offensive foul. Hoadley ran into him and knocked him down. They're going to call the foul on Hoadley, and Hoadley is going to talk to one of the other officials and get an explanation on the call. Hoadley said he was ran into, and that's what caused him to knock Tuning to the, or Jackson to the floor. Martin after the offensive foul. Left wing. Fisher King back to Mason King, and we're going to get a travel. One field goal in the third quarter, and we played nearly half the period, 4:45 remaining in the third, and Janasek nearly threw, picked the pocket of Wald, and Wald tackled him, nearly threw him out of the way, trying to get the ball back. Should be an intentional foul. Takes a lot to get that called, but not going to see it in this situation. But Braves will get the ball back following the turnover. Wald, I think, just kind of pissed that he lost the ball. Foul inbound to Fisher King. Martin. Foul from the right wing inside to Fisher. Double teamed. Mason King, one dribble free throw line jumper. No, right of the basket. Goes back up, counted, and he's fouled. Tiger defender had his wrapped around his arm. And Fisher King, who has had some issues with foul trouble this game, excited about just his third field goal tonight, and gets a talking to before his free throw on keeping his emotions in check, especially after that series of events where Janasek nearly got thrown to the floor. 33-7, 33-16 Braves. And stolen back the other way. And Fisher King again, a chance at another three-point play. And this time a little too hard. Fisher's got 9, 35-16. He's taken over this third quarter, though, stolen off the Braves press. Martin underneath, lays it up and in. And right now, the Tigers have no answer for the Braves offense, and they're going to have to call a timeout to try to regroup and try to figure things out. Banks on a 9-0 run over the last 7-0 over the last 45 seconds. Halfway through the third quarter, it's Banks 37, Yamhill-Carlton 16. We'll be back in just a moment. Explore your world with Donna Mallard-Hawkins at Infinity Escapes Travel. She's a Banks alum and can help you find great deals on cruises with Regent Seven Seas and discounts on guests with Virgin Voyages and Royal Caribbean. Want to stay ashore? Check out featured tours like National Parks of the American West, like tours of Croatia and Madagascar. Book your next vacation with Donna Mallard-Hawkins and Infinity Escapes Travel, calling 823-634-8080 or visit infinityescapestravel.com.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Banks 37, Yamhill-Carlton 16. Fisher King with 9, 7 of those in the third quarter. The inbound from Shredder. Gets it into Walden, a loose ball foul on Jared Martin. I believe that's his third. 13th foul on the Braves. Shredder the inbound to Wald against Janicek. Hoadley, way out right wing extended on top. Treader. Jackson back out to Treader. Tigers are going to space the floor. Treader back out to Hoadley. Drives around a couple of defenders. And coming to get it, Wald, free throw line jumper. Can't get it to go. Front of the rim, side of the rim and off after the free throw line jumper. Janicek. Martin left wing, head fakes, backs it back out. Over to Powell. Gets it inside to Mason King, low block. Powell gets it back. Martin right wing for three. Ooh, a little too hard. Hooked on line, but the rebound to the Tigers. Treader. Left-hand dribble, backs it out left wing to Portesi for three. Another air ball. Fisher King the rebound. To Martin, far side into the front court. Left wing on top to Powell. Right side to Mason King. King trying to get it to somebody inside. Will just take it himself. Now finds brother Fisher. Drives inside. No basket. Foul on the floor. That's the right call as he was bumped high post on the drive. Fifth team foul on the Tigers. Next, actually, that will put Fisher King at the line for the double. Yeah, I will put Fisher King at the line for the double bonus. One official was trying to hand the ball to Ryder Powell for the inbound. Janicek and Martin come to the sideline to get some instruction. Fisher King connects on the first. He has 10. Second free throw too hard, but the rebound to the Braves. Powell to Mason King. Lida won't take the left corner three. Drives left baseline, has a shot blocked. We're going to have an offensive foul, I think, on Nate Lida. That will be on Nate Lida after his shot was blocked. Tried to get the ball back. Fisher or Mason King. I have an issue with blood on his jersey. I think he's going to have to go to the locker room. Be back shortly, we hope. 8 of his 10 in the third quarter for Fisher King. 38-16 Braves lead. Talmadge call into the game for the Tigers. Drives through all the way to the basket. Finally, Tigers have their first field goal of the third quarter, trailing by 20, 38-18. Lyda barely able to hold on to the possession after the bad pass. Janicek, Lyda for three, short. Rebound gets his own. Drives around a couple of defenders, rejected out of bounds, and then touched it as it was going out of bounds instead of letting it go after it was blocked. And Tigers get the ball back, trailing by 20. Walt, fadeaway left baseline, short rebound, tipped by Powell out of bounds. Will stay with the Tigers, 1:49, third quarter, and a new shot clock. 30-second timeout, Banks. 1:49 to go in the third quarter. It's the Banks Braves 38, Yamhill-Carlton 18. Braves looking for their third straight win. And 4 out of 5. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Wana Credit Union, every individual is unique, with different needs, different wants, and different goals. This is who we are, and we live here. Our families live here. Our friends live here. This is our home, because to us, you're not a number. You're an individual. Wana Credit Union. Individuals welcome.
And we're back following the Braves' 30-second timeout. Off the inbound from Yamhill-Carlton, right corner three from Wald is no good. Rebound to the Braves. Mason King on top with the basketball. Lyda left corner. Takes the ball just inside the top of the circle. To Powell, backdoor to Kaplan Lipscomb, shot blocked. Rebound to the Tigers. Talmadge call for three, bank is good. 38-21. Tigers got the lead back under 20 to 17. Foul, jumper, no. He's been scoreless here in the third quarter. An offensive rebound. The offensive foul on Kaplan Lipscomb. Fisher King will come in wearing a different jersey number. Okay. So Fisher King will re-enter the game wearing number 34, but normally that would be an administrative foul, which would be a technical, but due to the fact that Fisher King had to change jerseys due to blood on his uniform, the officials are allowing it, and 2 free throws for Yamhill-Carlton cut the lead to 38-23. And it's stolen by the Tigers under a minute, third quarter. Yamhill-Carlton trying to make a late push entering the final period. It was 20, now it's 15 and a chance to cut it even more for Yamhill-Carlton. Driving inside, shot rejected by Powell, ball loose. It's gonna go off Powell out of bounds. Powell looking for a foul. And instead, Dylan Thielke is gonna get the ball back for the Tigers after having his shot rejected a moment ago. 26 seconds and the shot clock is off for the Tigers. Inbound underneath. To Deegan Tooney. And we're going to get a loose ball foul on Mason Fisher-King. His third, but last home game he was fouled out by this point. And Kaplan Lipscomb will check back in. And first free throw for Deegan Tuning is just a bit too hard. Rims out, no good. And second free throw is good. 38-24. Foul. Geary now in the game for the Braves. Gets a screen from Kaplan Lipscomb, or from Mason Fisher-King, and an offensive foul on an illegal screen. And now Kaplan Lipscomb will check back in again. Fisher-King has 4, although the scoreboard reads 2 because he's wearing a different uniform number. Same player, different number. And now McKay Grossnickel will check in for Ryder Powell for the final few seconds of the third quarter. A 14-point lead for Banks. And call loses it, nearly taken away by C.J. Geary. Knocks it out of bounds at center court. 4.7 for the third. College call will inbound. And, oh, nice job defensively by Kaplan Lipscomb, able to knock it off the defender, trying to come away with the steal deep in the corner at the end of the Tigers bench. 3 seconds for the Braves. Mason King, the baseball pass to Grossnickel. Geary, head fakes for 3. Oh, he got it! From the right baseline corner. Hardly ever scores. And the Braves, as the horn sounds, off of a baseball pass from Mason King to Grossnickel to C.J. Geary in the right corner as the horn sounds. 41-24 at the end of the third quarter. Braves back to a 17-point lead. Take a 30-second break and return with the final period in just one moment.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
And we're back. Final quarter getting set to begin. Banks will inbound at center court. Mason King will try to get it in to start the period. And off the stack, it goes to Ryder Powell. 41-24 Braves. Powell drives inside. And ball loose. Kaplan Lipscomb dives to the floor, and Yeah, they're going to get a travel for Kaplan Lipscomb as he tried to stand up with the basketball after trying to wrestle it away, and he's getting an explanation why he was called for the travel. Braves will again set up their press, and Lipscomb knocks it out of bounds. Student section has a few friends join them and starting to make some more noise as the final period is underway. Up the far side, Chase Wald. CJ Geary goes flying across the floor, no foul. Wald, right wing, gets a screen, won't take it. Fade away against Geary. And bounce, no, won't go. And the rebound to Kaplan Lipscomb. Push pass ahead to Martin. And we'll leave it for Geary. Tries another one for three. Oh, halfway down, wouldn't have it. Lipscomb goes back up, no, and an offense. We're going to have an offensive foul on Kaplan Lipscomb. Bound from Tuning to Wald up the near side, front court. The three short, rebound to Geary. Martin, Braves want to run. Again, we've played a minute into the fourth quarter, neither team has scored. Mason King to Ryder Powell. Martin. Top to Mason King, drives through Geary. Martin for three. That's short, no good, rebound to the Tigers. Wald. Push ahead to Talmadge Call against Mason King, and Mason's going to get called for the foul. Talmadge tried to flip it up and over the top, but was too far underneath, and we'll just playing it off the bottom of the rim, but we'll head to the line to shoot two as first free throw from Talmadge Call is good. King will come over to talk to Marlia for just a moment after committing his second foul. Second free throw, no good. Braves nearly throw it away off the inbound, but Powell able to save against the near sideline of midcourt. 41-25, Fisher King gets it back from Kaplan Lipscomb, drives inside and scores. He has 12, Fisher King, 43-25, back to an 18-point lead. Nearly stolen by the Braves, but I think we're going to get a loose ball foul on CJ Geary. His first third-team foul. Tigers have yet to commit a harm in the final period. Tuning the inbound to Cam Jackson. Backdoor, plays it up and in. 43-27. 6 minutes left, but Fisher King bumped. No foul. Martin left wing backs it out. Now left wing extended in front of the students. Breaks the ankles of Talmadge Call. Left corner to Geary for three, no. Rebound Kaplan Lipscomb. Timeout Banks. Full timeout, and likely a good one to keep the momentum in a part of the game where Tigers still have time, but are gonna have to make a move quickly. 5:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Still a 16-point lead for Banks. 43-27. We'll be back in just a moment.
Do you have your next vacation planned? Whether it's time for a cruise, weekend getaway, or a bucket list resort, let Lazy Hammock Travel in North Plains help you. Lazy Hammock Travel, your passport to relaxation. Call Jason Ackerman at 503-332-5571 or visit their website, lazyhammocktravel.com. Lazy Hammock Travel, proud sponsors of Banks Braves Athletics and American Legion Baseball on Westside Mobile Media.
And we're back following the Braves timeout. 43-27, 16-point lead for Banks. Powell the inbound to Kaplan Lipscomb. No. Tried to lay it up a little too far out from the basket and backboard, front of the rim and off, a little long, no good, and the rebound to the Tigers. Wald loses it nearly over and back, but able to save just before it reaches the midcourt stripe, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Chase Wald. Five and a half minutes left. Captain Lipscomb. Surprised none of the officials have noticed it yet. His jersey is untucked. Pass is tipped off the inbound, but does get it to Ryder Powell. Won't use the screen and drives all the way to the basket and good. 19 for Ryder Powell. 45-27. Stolen by the Braves. Back the other way, Ryder Powell. Fans wanting a dunk, but lays it over the top now with 21. 47-27. Back to a 20-point lead for the Braves. Wald, NBA 3, top of the circle is good. 47-30, under 5 minutes left. Fisher King tries to go backdoor to Lipscomb. Can't save it as knocked out in front of his own bench. Ball will go back to the Tigers. 4:33 remaining, 47-30. 17-point lead for the Braves, and Tigers are running out of time. According to the scoreboard, Fisher King is fouled out, but that is not correct. Actually, I'm not sure who number 32 is. There's no number 32. Michael Hoadley apparently committed the last foul for the Tigers, and he has fouled out. 4:13 remaining in the game. Banks may want to think about using clock the inbound to Martin from Fisher King. Martin will run the offense. Drives all the way inside, hangs, left it short, rebound tipped. Kaplan Lipscomb, and we're going to get a held ball, and the possession will go back to Yamhill-Carlton. Like an over the back on the Tigers, trying to rip it away from Kaplan Lipscomb, but Braves with the basketball. And bad pass, and loose. Tigers unable to save. Ball will go back to the Braves after length of the court pass. Too far, intended for Talmadge call. 3:49 remaining. Fisher King, number 34 and number 22 tonight. Kaplan Lipscomb the other way, no. Layup misses everything but the glass, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul will be on Talmadge call, his first. Second team foul in the quarter, 3:45 remaining. Connects on the first. Kaplan Lipscomb connects on a pair, 49-30. Wald crosses the timeline against Janasek. Crossover for three. Online but left it short. Gets his own rebound. Spins, fades against Mason King. Air ball. Rebound to Jared Martin. Fisher King left baseline. Into a crowd. Martin backs it back out. And ball loose. Stolen by Thielke. Ahead to Talmadge call, and loose ball foul, Jared Martin. That will be his fourth. 3:15 remaining. Jared Martin has not scored. 21 for Ryder Powell. 9 for Mason King. 12 for Fisher King for the Braves. First free throw is good for Talmadge Call. Jared Martin will head to the bench. His night likely done with an 18-point lead for the Braves. 49-32, 3:15 left in the game. Talmadge Call connects on a pair for the Tigers. Ryder Powell drives inside, hangs no. Side of the rim left it short, and foul will be on Thielke, I believe. First free throw for Ryder Powell is good. The Braves have hit the half-a-century mark, which I will do on Saturday. Ryder Powell with 23, 51-32 Braves. Under 3 minutes, 19-point lead for Banks. They'll improve to 5-8. Tigers will drop to 9-5. Will remain undefeated in league play. And Lyda reaches in, nearly got a held ball, backed off, and the shot from Tuning is no good, right at the key. And the Braves the rebound. Fisher King. Lipscomb. Back to Fisher. Powell on top. Braves are going to work some clock under 2.5 left. Gets a screen from Lipscomb. Back to Lipscomb. Back door. Fade away. Left it short. Kaplan Lipscomb has some pretty good post moves, but his shot form pretty terrible. Thielke slams the ball off of Nate Lyda. Save the possession. Ryder Powell will check out with 23. His night is done, 2:08 left. Geary, Fisher King, Kaplan Lipscomb, McKay Grossnickel, and Nate Lyda 5 in the game for the Braves. Thielke drives left baseline corner, head fake against Lyda, throws up a wild shot, and Lyda says, "What the heck is that?" And Fisher King wanted the dunk, no, but foul called on Cam Jackson. And first free throw for Fisher King is good. Not sure if he's taken Marty McLaughlin has taken offense to the Braves bench with Fisher King attempting that dunk with a 20-point lead under 2 minutes left, or he's upset with the call. But either way, it's now a 21-point lead for Banks, and Fisher King will check out after connecting on a pair. His night is done with 14. 53-32, 148 remaining. Thielke right low block, and we're going to go loose ball foul on the floor against Nate Lyda. Team now with 4. That is now the 15th foul for the Braves, and Thielke will be at the line to shoot 2. Game for the Tigers, number 21, Brett Summers. I believe she was pretty well known for Match Game and making regular game show appearances in the 70s. Different Brett Summers, though. Matt Summers and number 1 Everett Malice will check in. Tuning comes out. Second free throw short as well. Thielke unable to connect after a pair of free throws. 90 seconds left in the game. Banks will get their 3rd straight win. Geary for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Lipscomb goes back up, no. Gets his own rebound, no. Foul, and Kaplan Lipscomb will be at the line to shoot 2. First free throw is perfect, 54-32, 1:21 left. Second free throw off to the right, no good. Rebound put back, Mason King is good. He's got 11, 56-32. Largest lead of the game for the Braves. They're going to win it going away. Treader, or not Treader. It is Treader, fading away, hits the deck. Putback is good for the Tigers, 56-34, final minute. It's not going to matter. 22-point lead. Inside, Lipscomb grabbed around the waist. He takes offense to that, but much smaller defender. He's able to get the easy layup anyway. And it's 58-34 Braves. Kaplan Lipscomb with 5. Stolen by Geary. As it knocked away, gets it back. To Grossnickel, and he's going to be bumped by Thielke and a foul call. And McKay Grossnickel a chance to score. .32.5 seconds left. First free throw is good. Second free throw too hard. Got a hand on his own rebound, but not able to bring it in. And the Tigers the rebound. 59-34. Thielke drives left baseline. Tries to go up and under against Mason King. Left it short. Gets his own rebound off the loose ball underneath. Too far underneath and a loose ball foul on Lida, his 4th. Starting quarterback for the Braves as well the last 2 seasons. First free throw for Thielke, again no good. As it dances across the back rim, no around and off. Second free throw short, barely drew iron. Thielke gets, Lida gets the rebound. Thielke nearly committed the foul. And Braves are just going to dribble out the final 10 seconds. Braves remain undefeated in league play despite a 2-8 start to conference play. Final score, Banks improves to 5-8, 59-34 over the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers. We're going to take a short break. We'll keep our stream open and get ready for girls action. Banks with the 25-point victory. Outscoring the Tigers 18-10 in the final period. It was 14-7 Banks after 1, 28-16 after 2 after Banks outscored YC 14-9. In the second, they outscored the Tigers 13-8 in the third for a 41-24 lead after 3, and outscored the Tigers 18-10 in the final period, outscoring the Tigers in all 4 quarters for the 59-34 victory. As I think it was an issue with Marty McLaughlin taking issue with that dunk attempt from Fisher King with a 20-point lead and under 2 minutes left as the Braves and the Tigers head coaches meet following the game to have a professional conversation at the completion of the contest. Final score again, Banks 59, Yamhill-Carlton 34. Banks boys improved to 3-0 in Coastal Range League action, 5-8 overall. The first loss of league play for the Tigers. They dropped to 9-5 and 2-1 in league. Hope to have you join us for game number 2 of tonight's broadcast between the Banks Braves and the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers. Doubleheader tonight with Coastal Range League play, a 5-event night. Each scheduled date with freshman boys, JV boys, varsity boys, JV girls, and varsity girls. Some leagues will split varsity home and away and then switch the second half of the season with boys at home, girls on the road, and vice versa. But Coastal Range League does not do that, neither does the Coapa League, which Banks will be returning to next season. Hope to have you join us in just a few minutes for game number 2. If not, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Good night and God bless. We'll be back shortly for girls action in just a moment. And we're back ready for game number 2 of tonight's broadcast between the Banks Braves and the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers. Again, a doubleheader home matchup for the Braves as these two teams have been at the top or near the top of either the Coastal Range League or the Coapa League over the last handful of seasons at either the 3A or the 4A level. And depending on which poll you look at, Yamhill-Carlton ranked in the top, ranked number 8 in the official OSAA rankings that are used to determine state playoffs that are based off of RPI and Collie ranking. Also, strength of schedule plays a role in deciding that. Again, just like football and some of the other sports, kind of a BCS-style ranking system. But the coaches poll has Banks as high as, I believe, number 4, and Yamhill-Carlton not even ranked in the top 10 of that poll. However, that is not the official poll that is used to determine playoffs at the end of the season. Banks had a great run last season, finished 28-2, only 2 losses last season, and their second one came to undefeated Amity, who finished 30-0, and the loss to the Warriors came down to the final possession for Amity. Yamhill-Carlton 11-3, but coming off of an upset loss at Neocani on Friday night, 45-41. Started the season with 6 straight victories, or 5 straight victories. 4-point win over Astoria, a team that Banks, as you can tell by looking on your screen at the schedule, defeated handily at home by 29. A 17-point win at home over 2A Gaston, 54-37. Handled Salem Academy on the road pretty handily, 61-25. Also, no problem with Catlin Gable, 51-23. Held Sheridan to just 9 points on the road in a 66-9 victory. Fell at 2A Regis, a private school in Staten, 64-37. Regis, one of the toughest 2A basketball programs, especially this season. That Sheridan game was the first of 5 in a row on the road for the Tigers. Then they lost to Regis. 8-point win over Willamina on the road, 35-27. Knocked off Jefferson, a team that Banks handed Banks their second loss of the season by just 2 points. Yamhill-Carlton beat Jefferson on the road by 2, 42-40. And then the Tigers again played Regis. And again, pretty much the same luck, getting doubled up 66-33. Then a 50-41 home victory over Elmira, which is currently a playoff team out of the Mountain Valley Conference, but again, still early in league play. A 62-27 blowout victory over Sanium of Mill City at home, and a 36-28 victory over 1A Perrydale before starting league play with a 45-41 loss at Neocani actually on Wednesday, and then defeated Riverdale 42-31 on Friday. Taking a look at the rosters for both teams. Yamhill-Carlton, number 1, Ella Amerson, a senior guard. Number 2, Kelsey King, a junior forward guard combo player. Number 3, Josie Vaughn, a junior guard. Number 4, Josie Barker, a senior guard. Number 5, Peyton Gregor, a senior guard forward. Number 11, Lila Stahl, junior guard forward. Number 12, Karen Farnsworth, junior guard. Number 15, Lily Slater, a junior guard. Number 22, Mackenzie Lynn, a senior guard. Number 25, Hyanna Bowman, a freshman forward guard. And number 30, Diesel Harper Larson, a junior post. Banks has a male athlete named Diesel Shuggy, plays football for the Braves. For the Banks Braves, number 1, Izzy Frankie, a 5'9" senior post. Number 2, Jay Janisic, a 5'3" senior guard. Number 3, Emily Graham, a 5'7" senior guard. Number 4, Naomi Brown, 5'7" junior guard. Number 5, Kylie McCraw, 5'5" junior guard. Number 10, Brooklyn Evans, will likely be one of the starting guards, a 5'7" sophomore. Number 11, Jessica Jordan, 5'6" senior guard. Number 14, Addie Kennedy, 5'8" freshman post. Number 15, Sydney Phillips, a 5'10" junior post. Number 20, Nyla Vantham, a 5'4" junior guard. Number 22, Kayla Reha, 5'6" senior post. And number 23, Clarissa Schurtz, a 6' junior post. Starters tonight for the Tigers. Number 1, guard senior Ella Amerson. Number 2, Kelsey King, forward guard junior. Number 5, Peyton Gregor, guard forward senior. Number 11, Lila Stahl, junior guard forward. And number 22, Mackenzie Lynn, senior guard. Starting tonight for the Braves, number 3, 5'7" senior guard, Emily Graham. Number 10, Brooklyn Evans, 5'7" senior guard. Number 15, Sydney Phillips, 5'10" junior post. Number 20, Nyla Vantham will be the other guard, a 5'4" junior. And Clarissa Schurtz, number 23, a 6' junior post. Braves will be in their home white uniforms, a navy blue trim with confetti polka dot trim. Navy blue numerals with a Vegas gold lettering with navy blue trim. Tigers black uniforms, orange trim along the sides of the uniforms and the bottom of the shorts. White trim between the black and the orange lettering with white trim. Tigers across the chest with white numerals and orange trim on the front and back. It will be Clarissa Schurtz to jump it up against Ula Stahl, it is Lila Stahl in the center circle. And the L and the I kind of almost look like they ran together to form U. Braves win the tip, moving right to left. Vantham. The ball right side, wing on the dribble, inside to Schurtz. Off the inside feed for the easy 2, spins it off the rim. 2-0 Braves up early. Tigers with the basketball, right wing, Peyton Gregor. Pass tipped away by Schurtz and able to save against the far side. Got to be careful she doesn't travel. Picked up her dribble and had to wait for somebody to come get the basketball. Top to Graham. Vantham, right wing again inside Clarissa Schurtz. Tries to create some space, gets it over to Graham. Evans for 3, well short, too much arc, just grazes the side of the net, and the rebound to the Tigers. Around the perimeter, left baseline 2, Stahl. Take the shot, feeds Kelsey King. Inside 2, Peyton Gregor, center of the key. Bank rattles it home, and tied at 2. Over a minute in. Banks, girls, and Yamhill-Carlton. Evans all the way to the basket, left side, overlaid it, but a foul called. Head to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be on Lila Stahl, her first foul committed by either team. Nearly 90 seconds in. First free throw is good for Brooklyn Evans, 3-2 Braves. Free throw is perfect. Brooklyn Evans with her first 2 at the line, and it's 4-2 Braves. walk it up into the front court, nearly and over and back from Mackenzie Lynn. Around the perimeter, though, far side. Left corner to Emerson. Line jumper just inside the line is good from Peyton Gregor. And we're tied at 4. Back the other way. Dangerous pass. Half court to Evans is taken away and stolen by the Tigers. Baseline corner. Can't go up just inside the three-point arc. Stall. And we're going to get a loose ball foul on Banks. I believe it'll be on Clarissa. Down from Gregor. Line underneath, head fake. The 2 from Stall, long free throw line jumper. Out of bounds to Banks. Ball back and inbound. Anthem pressured and threw it away. She was expecting somebody to come up and get the basketball. And nobody home in the front court for the Braves. And another dangerous, almost full court pass. 3 is just short from Mackenzie Lynn from the Tigers' offensive board. Emerson, and we're going to get a loose ball foul on Ella Emerson. Second team foul on the Tigers. Anthem off the inbound from Phillips. No pressure in the backcourt. Out near the circles. Evans left wing. Phillips corner. Back to Evans at the wing. Brings the ball top of the circle. Now far side. Anthem around right corner. Graham quickly around the perimeter. Phillips. Dribble. Anthem inside. Clarissa Shirts. Beautiful ball movement. Beautiful passing. That's the way it's done underneath around the perimeter. Create the open look for Clarissa Shirts. Her second field goal, and the Braves have a 6. Stolen by the Braves. Baseball pass to Shirts. Ahead to Evans. Laid up and in. Evans with 4. It's an 8-4 Braves lead, and she's going to get an opportunity and an and one to boot. Ellen Graham will come out. And Evans connects. He has 5. It's a 9-4 Braves lead of 5. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Driving inside underneath is Kelsey King. Left it short. Ball loose. Body's on the floor, and it's going to be saved by the Tigers. Pass tipped high into the air. Stolen by Evans. Ahead to Shirts. Bounce pass to Bantam. Oh, little too hard. Bounces across the rim. No, Evans has it knocked away, but a foul on Emerson. Her second. And for the Tigers, number 12, Taryn Farnsworth. Inbound from Shirts to Vantham. To Evans, way out far side on top. Game for the Braves, Naomi Brown, who replaced Emily Graham a moment ago. Vantham left side, cross-court pass to Evans. Bounced it past Naomi Brown, who's cutting across baseline and threw it before she got set. Go past her out of bounds underneath. Farnsworth being harassed underneath. Tigers able to break the press. Stall. Nearly stolen, but Vantham overplayed. Farnsworth able to dribble away. Side, and we're going to get a timeout. Full timeout, Banks. 3:21 to go in the opening quarter. Banks 9, Yamhill-Carlton 4. Braves putting on a offensive clinic with their half-court set with their passing and possession around the perimeter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Legacy Roofing can save your home from leaks, mold, and other issues related to an older roof, preventing future roof issues, saving you thousands of dollars. They use only the most trusted materials backed by an excellent warranty that is transferred if you ever sell your home. Legacy is tops in their field, earning the GAF Master Elite certification and the Golden Pledge warranty. For more information or to get a free quote, call 503-357-7663 today.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back, 3:21 to go in the first quarter, game number 2 of tonight's broadcast between the Banks girls and the Yamhill-Carlton girls. Stolen off the inbound from Yamhill-Carlton, and Naomi Brown spins it off the front of the rim and down off the right side, driving layup 11-4. Tigers, right side, Peyton Gregor with the basketball. Far side to Farnsworth. Left corner 3. Too hard no from Lila Stahl. And back the other way. And around and off. No good. Rebound. Evans gets her own. Tries to go back up underneath. Triple teamed, but a foul called. Already 5 fouls on Tigers. Still 2:44 to go in the first quarter. First free throw from Brooklyn Evans. 11 well tonight. Dances all the way around the rim and gets it to go. Connects on the second, much cleaner that time. 13-4 Braves. Brooklyn Evans with 7. .42 left. Farnsworth. Pass knocked away and stolen. Over to Vantham, lays it in. Her first field goal. 15-4 Braves. I think Schertz stole it, but then just threw it out of bounds. The ball will go back to the Tigers. Braves are coming off of a 70-5 victory over Corbett on Friday. And nearly stolen, and we're going to have a held ball. Naomi Brown getting her mitts in there, trying to rip it away from Mackenzie Lynn at midcourt, and possession will stay with the Tigers. 2:23 first quarter, Banks 15, Yamhill-Carlton 4. Knocked away by Schertz. Nearly took it away from Kelsey King. Gregor. And we're going to get a loose ball foul on Clarissa Schertz as Mackenzie Lynn tries to drive right high post. Gregor will inbound right baseline, extended. Paige Janicek will come in next whistle, nearly stolen by Vantham, knocks it out of bounds. Left baseline. Maddie Kennedy will come in for Clarissa Schertz, who has to leave with 2 fouls. Gregor will try it from the left side. Mackenzie Lynn to Stahl. Cut off right baseline, back out to Farnsworth. On top to Gregor. Knocked away, and it's going to go out of bounds. Back to Banks. Naomi Brown forces the turnover. Exactly 2 minutes, first quarter. Kennedy inbounds to Vantham. Naomi Brown, right corner to Emily Graham, back in the game. Also in the game for the Braves, Jessica Jordan on top to Vantham. Cross-court pass to Graham for 3, left wing. Bring it up! That's her spot. Emily Graham, her first field goal. It's 18-4. Driving the other way, Gregor loses it out of bounds. back to the Braves. Well, they're going to change. Yeah, Braves were just waiting for somebody to come and inbound the basketball. Kennedy to Jordan. Bantham has it poked away in the backcourt. Now has to hurry the pass. Gets it to Graham, front court. Back to Bantham. Under 90 seconds. Brown drives across the top of the circle. Bantham back to Brown. Trying to direct traffic right side way out on top. Graham back to Brown. Braves running out of time on the shot clock as it's taken away by Kelsey King. Under a minute for the quarter. Mackenzie Lynn. Ball tipped away, nearly stolen. We're going to get a loose ball foul on Jessica Jordan with the push. Gregor will inbound. Foul on the Braves. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Coming in for the Tigers, number 3, junior guard Josie Vaughn. Gregor will get a quick breather to end the quarter. Farnsworth the inbound. Stolen by Addie Kennedy after they tried to enter it down low to Kelsey King off the inbound. Evans, Jordan. Evans cuts through. And too hot of a pass from Naomi Brown to Evans on the right wing, out of bounds back to YC. Farnsworth gets it in to Lynn. Right corner head fake. Will take the shot, Lila Stahl. Vaughn, right side on top. Left wing now brings the ball top of the circle. Lynn to Farnsworth around the near side. Drives left-hand dribble center. The key does Lila Stahl for the Tigers. Vaughn, the putback center. The key is good. And 18-6 Braves lead, and no shot to end the quarter as not a lot of time left after that made basket from the Tigers. But it's been an impressive first quarter of play for the Braves. 12-point lead over the number 8 Yamhill-Carlton Tigers after one. It's Banks 18, Yamhill-Carlton 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Divine Home Solutions can upgrade your kitchen with quality cabinets. Divine Home Solution focuses on quick turnaround time from lead to completion. They also have luxury vinyl plank flooring as well. Don't just make your kitchen beautiful, make it divine. Divine Home Solutions, 971-407-6742 or 971-325-7759 and online at divinehome.solutions.
Start of the second quarter, Banks an 18-6 lead OSAA 3A Coastal Range League girls basketball. League still maybe not quite as strong as it has been in recent years, but still one of the toughest leagues for 3A girls basketball. Banks, Yamhill-Carlton, Neocani, Rainier, even Riverdale, all possible playoff teams at the end of the season. Bantham. Graham back on top to Bantham. Left wing to Sydney Phillips, I think got away with the travel. Evans, Bantham right side. Has free throw line inside to Clarissa Schertz, tries the reverse no. Gets her own rebound, loses it, ball loose. Evans saves to Bantham. Back to Evans for three, left corner, too long. Rebound though to Sydney Phillips. Graham, Bantham. Bantham for three, in and out, no good. Rebound, Clarissa Schertz. Tried to go back up. I couldn't find anybody to get it to. Triple teamed and loses the basketball. But stolen by Evans at midcourt off a steal, off a pass from Farnsworth. Evans bumped, counted, and she's fouled. Created the contact, drove to the basket, and laid it up for two, and another chance at an and one for Brooklyn Evans. looking for a 10th point of the night. Still just a minute into the third quarter. And she connects. 10 for Brooklyn Evans in the first half. 21-6 Braves lead. Tigers into the front court. Vaughn, near side double team, stolen by Schertz. Ahead to Evans. Drives to the basket with the left hand, left it short. Rebound, though, to the Braves. Sydney Phillips. Clarissa Schertz drives inside and lays it in. 23-6, 6 for Clarissa. Head fake from YC, overlaid it. No, from Lila Stahl, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Emily Graham. Will stay with the Tigers. Farnsworth get it in left side underneath the basket. To Harper Larson in the game. Turnaround counted and she's fouled. Fouls on Sydney Phillips, her first team foul in the second quarter. Set shot, but pushes it up with her right hand only. Baseball pass off the mist, and Evans loses it out of bounds. She is shocked. She disagrees with the call, but it will go back to the Tigers. Braves with a 15-point lead, 23-8, 6 minutes first half. Farnsworth is trapped out near midcourt far side, and we will have a Tigers 30-second timeout. 23-6 Banks. 6:07 left. OSAA 3A Coastal Range League Girls Basketball. We'll be back in just a moment.
Your local lender, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, is here to walk you through every step in purchasing your new home. Christy and her team bring trusted knowledge and years of experience to make your home loan financing process an enjoyable one. If you're in the business or have questions about purchasing or refinancing your home, call Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, 503-327-5302, or visit uhm.com/kvanmeter. Union Home Mortgage, official sponsor of the PBR. Union Home Mortgage promises cap. Christy Van Meter is licensed in Oregon 1700271, Washington MLO-1700271, and Arizona 1039867. Union Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. And 3 from YC. Lila Stahl is an air ball, and the rebound to the Braves. Evans will slow it up front court under 6 minutes. Gets it back from Vantham, back to Vantham far side. Into the corner, Emily Graham. Nice pass inside. Clarissa Schertz lays it in again. She has 8, and it's 25-8. Tigers back with the basketball. Nearly stolen by Evans. Ball loose in midcourt. And Schertz able to save. Inside, Vantham lays it up and in. 27-8 Braves. Farnsworth. Braves defense is smothering. A 3 from Vaughn. No. Left side from the Tigers. Rebound to Sydney Phillips to Clarissa Schertz. Gets it back from Vantham. Lays it in. She's in double digits with 10. Evans and Schertz each with 10, 29-8. And nearly stolen again, held ball, and possession will stay with the Tigers. Inbound from Farnsworth. Stolen by Clarissa Schertz. Drives to the basket all by herself and lays it in. She has 12. And it's 31-8 Braves. Gregor back in the game for the Tigers. They're probably their best player. Schertz
And nearly comes away with another steal, but got caught with her hand in the cookie jar, and that's her third. And that's going to get Addie Kennedy back up off the bench for the Braves. Schertz will have to come out for the remainder of the half with 3 fouls, but leading score now with 12 and a half. 10 for Evans. Pass knocked away, stolen by Naomi Brown. Phillips was the person that knocked it away. Graham, front court. Anthem out to get it. Out near the circles. Right wing to Graham, kind of working on a 3-man weave at the top with Brown and Vantham and Emily Graham. On top, Kennedy. Right wing to Graham. Right to left dribble, trying to get it inside to Kennedy. Tries to force a shot up. No shot foul call. There will be a non-shooting foul, and into the game for the Braves. Number 22, Taylor Reha, 31-8, under 4 minutes first half. Braves outscored the Tigers 18-6 in the first right now for the second quarter, 13-2. Still half period remains. Off the inbound, Vantham comes to get it back. Graham, top of the circle. Brown. Vantham gets a screen from Reha, tries to go back door, has it pass knocked away and stolen by Gregor. Left wing to Lily Slater in the game for the Tigers, and we're going to get a loose ball foul, I think, on Banks. No, they're just going to say it was knocked out of bounds. Gregor will inbound in front of the students. To King. Top to Farnsworth. Gregor will run the offense against Vantham out near circles. Backdoor, threw it away. Another game for the Braves. Kylie McCraw replacing Emily Graham. Kennedy gets it into Brown. Kylie McCraw. Right-hand dribble. Drives into the front court. Now has the space open. Leaves it for Reha. Shoved to the floor and misses the layup, but lands hard. I think possibly in some pain as she goes to the free throw line. Foul will be on Gregor, her first. First free throw is good for Taylor. Second free throw around and off, no good. Rebound to Kennedy. McCraw. Naomi Brown directing traffic. Reha. Backdoor pass, nice. Inside to Eddie Kennedy for the layup right side. Beautiful feed on the interior pass from Taylor Reha. 34-8. Back the other way, ball taken away by the Braves. McCraw to Vantham. Front court right side to McCraw inside to Kennedy. Naomi Brown for three. Left it short. Nearly trapped it between the right side of the rim and the backboard. And held ball. Possession will stay with Banks. Evans will check back in for Vantham. 21 first half. Inside to Taylor Reha for the layup. 36-8 Braves. Farnsworth way out far side on top to Lily Slater. Right wing to King. Drives baseline, got away with the carry. Ball foul on Naomi Brown. And the inbound to Kelsey King. Farnsworth. Inside to Diesel Harper Larson. We're going to get a loose ball foul on Banks. On Reha. Oh, that's going to be on Addie Kennedy. Fourth team foul. First on Addie. Next Braves foul will put Tigers in the double bonus. And bad pass. Reha body's on the floor, and Reha's going to get, oh, they're going to call it travel. Braves may have gotten a break there. Taylor Reha took her out at the knees going for the ball. 36-8, 139 left. Braves well in control. To Evans. To Reha, lays it up and in. Her second field goal. She has 5. It's 38-8. On OSAA, if Banks is not a top 10 team after a victory like this, or at least at this point in the game, what do they have to do to get to that point? And another travel against the Tigers. Lily Slater with a violation, and Izzy Frankie will check in for the Braves along with Jessica Jordan. Kennedy the inbound to McCraw. Pretty much the whole second unit in for the Braves. Inside to Frankie. Kennedy for 3. High bounce off the back rim. Nearly got it to fall back through. We're going to have, it's just going to be out of bounds off of Banks. 52 seconds for the half and a 30-point lead for Banks. Farnsworth, left-hand dribble far side, gets it across. Slater, back to Farnsworth, left wing, will back it back out. Ball loose, stolen off the inbound, or off the inside pass. Kennedy drives to the basket, no, rebound. Reha falling to the floor, and I think we're gonna have a travel. Bell, as she came down with the rebound, came down with the ball, and had it in amongst the crowd. Final 20 seconds of the half. Farnsworth. Gregor comes to get it and loses it out of bounds. Shocked about the call, but the ball will go back to the Braves. 8 seconds for the half and a 30-point lead, 38-8. Kennedy, inbound to McCraw. Reha. That Braves have to shoot. And I think it may have been partially blocked. McCraw's 3 from the left side is well short. And that will end the half. After 2 quarters of play, it's all Banks. Banks outscores Yamhill-Carlton 18-6 in the first, 20-2 in the second. The Braves defense continuing to be overpowering this first half. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back in just a moment.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics
but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
For more than 45 years, Housemaster has been offering residential and commercial inspection services with more than 200 locations across the U.S. and Canada. We've helped more than 3.5 million buyers and sellers make important real estate decisions. Housemaster of Southwest Portland helps local residents make the right choice when purchasing a residential or commercial property. Call Housemaster of Southwest Portland, 971-245-2500, or visit their website, housemaster.com/southwest-Portland.
And we're back. The score you see on your screen is not a typo. Banks with a commanding lead at halftime over number 8 Yamhill-Carlton, 38-8. Outscoring the Tigers 18-6 in the first, 20-2 in the second quarter for a 30-point lead half to half. Individual scoring for the Braves, we are off 2 points. 12 for Clarissa Schertz, 10 for Brooklyn Evans. 2 Braves players in double figures, 2 for Nyla Vantham, 2 for Addie Kennedy, 3 for Emily Graham, 2 for Naomi Brown, and 5 for Taylor Reha. 8 points for the Tigers. 4 different players with 1 field goal. Josie Vaughn, Peyton Gregor actually with 4, and the other player, Diesel Harper Larson, actually a pair of free throws. Her only points as the Tigers trail 38-8 at halftime. We're going to update some stuff on social media and take another 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll try to get you a look at other girls' games around the state tonight and see if we have any finals to give you from 3A boys basketball earlier tonight, including a 3rd straight victory for Banks boys. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we're back halftime for 15 before we start the second half. Banks a 38-8 halftime lead. Clarissa Schertz with 12 and Brooklyn Evans with 10, each in double figures to lead the Braves. No player with more than 4, Peyton Gregor for the Tigers. Other scores from around the state. As we pull up the OSA A3A girls basketball scoreboard, 2 finals from the Lewis and Clark League. Valley Catholic wins at Oregon Episcopal 52-41. Portland Adventist in overtime over De La Salle on the road, 53-51. Harrisburg falls at Sisters 57-46. Those are the only finals we have to report from this evening for 3A girls basketball. Again, around the league tonight in the Coastal Range, Neocani of Rockaway is at Riverdale of Southwest Portland, Corbett at Warrenton, and Yamhill-Carlton at Banks. That game for Corbett at Warrenton might be their best chance to get a victory all season. Corbett has really struggled and is still winless on the season. They've only been able to reach double digits, in fact, in just a handful of games after being a couple of seasons from a state championship. They've really fallen on hard times after a new coach and having a few players transfer out of the district. Boys 3A basketball finals, Riverside, and one of the newest schools in the state, defeats Catlin Gable on the road 53-44. That's a Riverside of West Lynn, Wilsonville, not to be confused with Riverside of Boardman. Neocani all over Riverdale 77-30. Corbett gets a road victory at Warrenton. That's a little bit of a surprise, 72-64. And again, Banks with the 59-34 victory over Yamhill-Carlton. Southern Oregon Conference, Cascade Christian easily over North Valley, 69-35. St. Mary's defeats Lakeview Paisley, 59-41. Those are your only other finals from OSA A3A boys basketball tonight. About a minute left before we start the second half. We'll keep things here. We expect to see the Braves bench much of the second half. We should have a running clock shortly. If you're listening and have to travel anywhere for work tomorrow or early tomorrow morning, do be advised, dense fog advisory will remain in effect for the second day in a row. And with foggy conditions much of the day that never really, at least in Banks, never cleared off at all. Cleared some, but not completely. More fog expected overnight. Be aware that driving conditions tomorrow morning might be difficult at best. Tigers will get the ball to start the second half, moving right to left. Emerson to Gregor. Side, driving to the basket, no. Kelsey King misses the layup, but she is fouled on her way to the basket. First free throw for Kelsey King is short off to the left, no good. Second free throw too hard. The rebound to Evans, knocked to the floor. And we're going to have a loose ball foul on Emerson. Yeah, it took a while for her to turn around so I could see her number. 15 seconds in, already each team with one foul. Bantham to Evans. Great ball movement. Lost it. Got it back. I think she couldn't decide whether or not she was ready to pass it to Schertz in the low block, and it's going to be taken away by the Tigers. Gregor against Bantham. On the right wing, Lila Stahl. On top to Amerson. Right wing to Gregor. Thought about NBA 3. Out to Mackenzie Lynn. Braves defense making the Tigers work. King. Gregor. They're not going to get a shot off. They rush a free throw line jumper that's an air ball. And we're going to have a 24-second violation or shot clock violation against the Tigers. Graham. Zipper dribbles. Gets it ahead inside to Schertz. No, gets her own rebound. Tried to get it to Sydney Phillips on the other side of the basket underneath, but it's taken away by the Tigers. Still neither team has scored in the second half, 38-8. Pass knocked away, ball loose, and hands and ankles tangled up, trying to get the ball away, and held ball possession will go back to Banks as the Tigers got it to start the half. Bantham, normally one of the Braves' leading scorers, only one field goal tonight, but it's been Schertz and Evans doing the damage, and it's a turnover back to the Tigers. Kenzie Lynn. Top of the circle left side to Kelsey King, and a loose ball. Clarissa Schertz, and that's her fourth. And Naomi Brown will check in for her. Gregor picks up her dribble, and it's stolen by Vantham, slips, and still gets the shot up, misses. Underneath left side, Evans for three off the feed from Graham. No, rebound tipped. And gonna be off of Emily Graham, apparently out of bounds. Back to the Tigers. Still 2 minutes and 11 seconds into the second half. Neither team scored in the quarter. Lynn picks up her dribble, and it's going to go out of bounds. Amerson can't handle the pass, and it's back to the bank. Back to the Braves. Phillips, Brown. Tried to force it inside to Graham, too late. She was open momentarily, screaming for the basketball, but loud enough for the Tigers to hear and get over in time to knock away the pass. Bantham. Into Brown, right wing. Bantham. To Evans, left wing. I am poked away. Trying to get it down low to Phillips, left side. Kenzie Lynn, and ball knocked away again. Bantham the steal. Plays it up and in, and finally we have points in the second half. Just the second field goal for Bantham. It's 40-8. Yamhill-Carlton a little out of control. Threw it away on a bad pass. 40-8. 30-second timeout, Banks. 5:11 to go in the third quarter. Banks 40. Yamhill-Carlton 8. It's all Braves. We'll be back in just a moment. Transaction Transmission in the heart of Banks specializes in transmission repair, but they service all types of vehicle repairs and makes and models. 5-star reviews and quality workmanship you can trust. Owner Joey Tardio doesn't just repair vehicles, he eats, sleeps, and breathes all things auto-related as an auto racer March through October. Trust your vehicle to Transaction Transmission at the end of Sunset Avenue in the heart of Banks. Call 503-359-9141. And we're back following the Braves' 30-second timeout. Baseball pass ahead to Evans. From Phillips, spins it off the right side of the rim and down. 12 for Brooklyn Evans. Tied for team high and game high honors with Clarissa Schertz, 42-8. Shot from YC, no, but they get the offensive board. Lynn out to Gregor. Long two, pushes the shot up, got poked in the eye as she hits the deck and be at the line to shoot two. Foul will be on Isla Vantham. Should be just a two-shot foul. Just the first personal on Nyla Vantham. First free throw for Gregor is good. And Gregor puts YC in double digits finally, and we're going to have a pair of substitutions first for the Tigers. Coming in number 4, Josie Barker for the first time, and re-entering Karen Farnsworth. 42-10, 6 for Peyton Gregor to lead the Tigers. Vantham up the far side. Side to Cram. Phillips wide open for three. Can't quite get it to go off the front of the rim. Rebound to YC. Farnsworth. The handle. Amerson. Right side head fake. Josie Barker. To Kelsey King. Backs it out right wing. On top to Lila Stahl. Backs it out. Right wing to Farnsworth. Left hand dribble. Bounces it to Amerson. Tried to go backdoor to Kelsey King and lost it on her hip. He tried to drive to the basket. Evans all alone back the other way. Lays it up and in. 14 for Brooklyn. 44-10. Braves are saying, okay, we've had enough. I think that's a big enough lead to preserve the victory. With 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, they're going to bring in their bench next whistle. Amerson tries to force a pass to Kelsey King at the high post. It's kicked by Sydney Phillips. Stops the clock. 3:27 in the third. 11 on the shot clock. Yeah, they're going to reset the shot clock. Farnsworth, the inbound, knocked away by Evans, but she came over the top in the process and offered to help her up, but Amerson turned her back the other way, and Evans kind of shrugged her shoulders and kind of like had a face like, well, I tried to help you, but you didn't want my help. Amerson again, the inbound. Stahl, inside known, a loose ball foul. Foul on Addie Kennedy. Second. 5th team foul in the quarter, so the Tigers will be shooting free throws the rest of the period. Well short, barely got it to the front of the rim. And second free throw too much, and off the back rim, no good. Rebound to the Braves. McCraw, front court, right hand dribble, near side, cuts back left hand to the left wing with Jordan. McCraw on top to Kennedy. Right wing to Naomi Brown, drives right baseline, backs it out. Spins, drives again, all the way to the basket, underneath the backboard, no. Rebound to the Braves, Phillips long two, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by the Tigers, but losing it out of bounds, apparently off of Naomi Brown, I guess, as Taylor Rehawk comes in for Sydney Phillips. Farnsworth gets it off the entry from Amerson, near side against Jordan. Brings the ball to Amerson. Three from Lila Stahl is perfect. 44-13. McCraw to Reha. Side top of the circle on top to Naomi Brown. Right wing to McCraw. Holds. Jordan off a curl. Tried to go up. Driving the layup. Ugly looking shot. May have been partially blocked, but also hit on the arm. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. And Jessica Jordan can't quite get the first free throw. Second free throw rattles out, no good. And the rebound nearly saved by Addie Kennedy, but right to Farnsworth. Drives left wing. Right wing to Amerson off the feed from Josie Barker. Farnsworth drives inside, runner left to the rim, no. And held ball on the rebound. Possession will stay with the YC. And Izzy Frankie will come in for Naomi Brown. Full timeout, Yamhill-Carlton, 1:45 left in the third quarter. Banks 44, Yamhill-Carlton 13. We'll be back after this full timeout from the Tigers.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
And we're back, 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Full timeout from the Tigers, 44-13. Banks on cruise control in the second half with their bench coming in here in the third quarter. Three from Lila Stahl, good again, her second of the quarter, 44-16. Frankie, Tariha won't take the three, nearly stolen by Amerson. Draw with the basketball. Frankie. On top to Jordan. No, not that Jordan. Reha for three. Ooh, left. Ugly looking shot left to the basket. May have got rim. Must have got a little piece of the rim at least because they did not whistle the shot clock violation, but kind of just within a second of each other almost simultaneously from the miss and the shot clock horn. Farnsworth for the Tigers, final 40 seconds of the quarter. Stahl, been hot in the quarter with 2 threes. Farnsworth, right corner baseline. They're not going to get a shot off again. Jordan to McCraw, 20 seconds. Kennedy back to McCraw. She'll set it up. 12 on the timer. Shot clock is off. Backdoor to Addie. Kennedy spins, tries to go up, no, and it's going to go out of bounds. Probably should have been a little more time on the clock. 2 seconds. 1.3 for the third quarter. McCraw to inbound underneath. Stolen, and no shot from the Tigers. And after 3, Braves actually outscore the Braves bench 8-6 in the quarter. 2 threes from Lila Stahl. Big part of that. After 3 quarters, it's all Banks. A 28-point lead. Braves 44, Tigers 16. We'll be back for the final period in just a moment. And we're back, final period. Banks a 28-point lead, looking to improve, will improve to 3-0, leading by nearly 30 after 3 quarters. They'll get the victory. The only thing really up in the air is what the margin and final score will be, and nearly stolen by Evans off the inbound. Braves do have much of their starters back in the game, though. And off the loose ball, Kelsey King, no. Offensive rebound, though, to the Tigers, and ball is tipped, and it's going to stay with OIC. Kenzie Lynn out near midcourt. Gets it back from Kelsey King. King drives right baseline. On top. Vaughn 4-3. That's going to be well short right of the basket. And it's going to go out of bounds and will stay with the Tigers. Vaughn. Gregor left baseline. Inside to King. Shot blocked by Emily Graham, but a foul call. First free throw for Kelsey King is good. Second free throw rattles out. 44-17. 7 minutes left. Carissa Schurtz, no. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back, no. Other side of the rim. Ball loose. Emily Graham takes it away. Bantham. Nice pass ahead to Evans. May have gotten away with the travel, trying to bring the pass in, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. Bantham will inbound underneath right side. Knocked away and taken away by Vaughn. Clarissa Shirts got to be careful. 4 fouls. I already heard one don't reach warning by one official. And turnover Tigers. 6:24 left, 44-17 Braves. Phillips the inbound to Evans. Right wing to Vantham. Left-hand dribble, free throw line jumper. Canned it. 6'4" Nyla Vantham. Held well under her season average, but haven't really needed those points tonight. It's been Brooklyn Evans and Shirts doing the damage tonight. Turnover Tigers back to the Braves. Evans brings the ball left wing. Vantham left wide open, won't take the three. Evans drives across the key, leaves it for Phillips. No, rebound to Shirts. Back out to Evans. Around the perimeter to Vantham from Graham. Backdoor to Phillips, lays it up and in. First two for Sydney Phillips. 48-17. Stolen by Vantham as the Tigers try to get a pass left to the key. Back the other way. Shirts lays it up and in. 14 for Clarissa. 12 in the first half. 50-17. Back the other way. Vaughn for three. That's well short. Rebound to Graham. Ahead to Vantham. Lays it up. No, but a foul call. Addie Kennedy will come in for the Braves with Naomi Brown. And gets touched almost every part of the rim and still got it to go down, 51-17. Second free throw is good, 52-17. Nyla Vantham with 8. And we're going to get a loose ball foul on Clarissa Shirts, and she's fouled out. 14 points for Clarissa Shirts, a great night for her. Taylor Reha will have to come in with 4:48 remaining. She's going to get a well-deserved standing ovation. 12 in the first half, 14 for the game, fouling out with 4:37 remaining. Vantham. Backdoor inside to Reha. Spin move. Double team. And she walked. Tigers front court, Lily Slater, stolen by Vantham. Drives one-on-one all the way to the basket. No. Put back to Naomi Brown is good. 54-17. Timeout. Tigers, 30-second timeout, 3:44 remaining. This game has belonged to the Braves from Uno Minuto. And the 18-6 lead after one outscored the Tigers 20-2 in the second quarter to take a 30-point lead at halftime at 38-8. They were outscored 8-6 in the third quarter, but that was with the Braves bench in much of the third quarter. Braves put their starters back in, pushed the lead back up to 37 where it is now. I'm really surprised we haven't seen a running clock. Josie Barker to Farnsworth. Left-hand dribble, left wing against Naomi Brown. Driving in against a couple two defenders, Lila Stahl has it taken away. McCraw. Side to Reha. Jordan, bounce pass. Inside, Addie Kennedy pushed in the back, no foul. Rebound, Jessica Jordan takes it away. McCraw for three. That's rattled home. 57-17, it's a 40-point lead. First points for Kylie McCraw. Stolen by Jordan. Under 3 minutes ahead to Naomi Brown. Drives, shot blocked, but a foul called on Farnsworth. And Naomi Brown will be at the line to shoot two. Frankie will come in, I think, for the shooter. Free throw, front of the rim, around and off, no good. Second free throw, front of the rim, short. Rebound to the Tigers. Amerson threw it away, out of bounds, back to the Braves. 2.5 left. Frankie will come in. Naomi Brown will check out with 4 points. A pretty balanced effort now. We do have a running clock situation. Frankie to McCraw. Jessica Jordan and Izzy Frankie, the only Braves players in uniform that have not scored. Janicek out after a dislocated shoulder over the last few games, or almost since the start of the season. Addie Kennedy drives to the basket, no, and Naomi Brown will check back in, not sure why. And now Naomi Brown will go back to the bench. Addie Kennedy hits the first free throw. Second free throw is good as well. 59-17 for Addie Kennedy. Ball loose. Rims out on the left baseline, or left high post jumper from Josie Barker. Rims out, no, but a foul called against the Braves. Third team foul, 1:20 clock run. 42-point lead for Banks. Farnsworth. Three is a little bit long from Lila Stahl. The rebound to the Braves. McCraw ahead to Frankie. Waited a little too late to try to kick it out to Jordan, left baseline corner. Now we're under a minute. Braves will have to shoot or take a shot clock violation. Jordan, McCraw. Bad pass, but somehow gets it to Frankie. Inside to Reha. Pushes up a shot, left it short, but gets her own rebound. Now the shot clock is off. Braves will just work it around. Will not shoot. Final score, 15-14 on top, Kennedy. McCraw. Reha, top of the circle, has it poked away. Final score, Banks 59, Yamhill-Carlton 17. Incredible defensive effort from the Braves. In fact, just 1 point for the Tigers in the fourth quarter. outscoring the Tigers 15-1 in the final period. After YC actually outscored the Braves in the third. So 3 of the 4 quarters, listen to this, 18-6 in the first, 20-2 for the second quarter, and 15-1 in the fourth quarter. Banks a 59-17 rout of the Tigers to improve to 3-0 in league play. Yamhill-Carlton will drop to 1-2 in a game coming in that many people thought might be a game for a possible early title or a match between two possible teams battling for the league title. Right now, Banks proves tonight that it belongs in their house. And despite a little bit of a slower start than what they've been accustomed to, are red hot, especially after the break. Improving to 3-0 in league play, 8-4 overall, 3-0 in Coastal Range league play, with a 59-17 victory over Yamhill-Carlton. 18-6 in the first, 20-2 in the second, 8-6 YC in the third, and 15-1 Banks in the fourth for a 59-17 victory. Taking a look at individual scoring before we wrap things up quickly. 6 for Peyton Gregor, 6 for Lila Stahl. For the Tigers, 2 for Diesel Harper Larson, and a free throw for Kelsey King. That's all the scoring for YC. For Banks, 14 for Brooklyn Evans, 12 in the first half. Also 14 for Clarissa Schertz before she fouled out in the fourth quarter about midway through, but she was not needed much after that. Pretty much after those two double figure finishers, pretty balanced scoring. 8 for Nyla Vantham, 4 for Naomi Brown, 3 for Emily Graham and Kylie McCraw, 2 for Addie Kennedy, and 2 for Sydney Phillips. The only 2 Braves players that did not score, Jessica Jordan and Izzy Frankie. Jay Janicek has been out for quite some time with a dislocated shoulder. That'll do it for us. Good night for the Braves. Boys also win tonight, 59-34. Our next broadcast will be next week sometime. I've got to look at the schedule again to tell you when that will be, but that will do it for us for this week, as the Braves will be at Neocani on Thursday night. Banks sweeps the doubleheader over Yamhill-Carlton, 59-34 boys, 59-17 girls. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Stay safe out there tonight and tomorrow morning. Very foggy conditions expected through at least midday tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Good night, and God bless.